Hi, I am Dr. Lisa Koche, and today I'm going to share why when people ask me, hey, what is the best exercise I should be doing? Let's say I have 20 or 30 minutes. Should I be doing a HIIT protocol? Should I be trying to get a trainer crammed in there? If I have an hour, what is something that I should be doing to increase longevity? And the answer is simpler than you think. So yes, obviously strength training, muscle being the organ of longevity is incredibly important. But many times people forget the simplest, which is going for a walk. What does that mean? Well, walking, which is free, has benefits beyond which many of you I think have really thought of. So we have studies to show that just the act of walking, and you can go at a little bit faster pace if you can, push yourself a little bit, improves insulin sensitivity, which is something almost all of us are dealing with, which is that intolerance to or improper processing of glucose and insulin, typically triggered by high cortisol. So if you go for a good 20, 30-minute walk, you're going to improve insulin sensitivity. You're going to help lower the quantity and severity of insulin and sugar spikes in your bloodstream. Plus, if you do walk, fat metabolism and digestion are going to get better, especially post-meal. So studies have shown if you go for even a 10 or 15-minute walk after you eat, which is perfect timing for your anatomy and physiology, you will decrease the sugar load that comes from whatever meal you had. It'll just kind of make you more balanced and even and support all of what your body's trying to do. So listen to your body, give it a little bit of love. Take that 10 or 15-minute walk after your bigger meals, especially. We also know that something that tends to stay stagnant in many people, especially if they're sitting at a desk all day and not moving, is our lymph system. So our lymph system is the main way we detoxify, how we pull chemicals and toxins out of our organs, recirculate, get them into a place where we can either poop them out, pee them out, sweat them out. We need an active lymph system, and the lymph is completely dependent on movement. So if you are somebody who, works from home or is in an office and finds yourself either in the car, sitting in the car, taking the kids places, going behind a desk, and you're not doing added movement, you are likely getting a stagnant lymph system. And there are ways to move the lymph. So I also recommend doing something like the Big Six, which you can find videos on, where you can tap and move your lymph in the morning manually. But nothing really works like an active walk, because naturally the body's rhythms, crossing arms and your legs moving, will promote the movement of your lymph, which is going to help you detoxify. It's going to help your immune system. Your ability to catch colds is going to go way down if you are moving regularly. And then one of my obvious favorite, why walking often beats the gym for me, even though I love the gym has fluorescent lights. The gym has a lot of EMF. Walking is your connection to nature. It helps to reset circadian rhythm. So it's an added bonus if you can go right when you wake up. That is my dream, not always my reality. But if you can get outside, within an hour of waking or sooner with waking, you're going to get that far infrared sunlight that helps increase your water, so your structured water that works better in all of your organs and hydrates you better. You're going to give your body the circadian signals it needs in the mitochondria to work better. Your mitochondria need sunlight, and you're going to help your sleep and wake cycles. So the added bonus of the fact that you're out in nature, try to go without sunglasses if possible. Getting that sun into your eyes for 20, 30 minutes is dramatically helpful to your anatomy. It's also a mental health boost. We know mood, cognition are supported when we're in nature. There are many studies on that. And also the fact that when we do this, it's sustainable. It's wherever you go. I always hear people say, well, I got thrown off. I was on vacation. And it's like, okay, well, you need to pack your sneakers. That's about it. So we can walk because what better place is there to, or way is there to explore wherever you're going? If you're traveling for work, get outside before the meetings start. Go see the town you're in. If you're on vacation, connect to the beauty of wherever you are. So walking easily, sustainable, affordable, doesn't have a membership, so everybody can do it. And you can also do it at the pace you're at. If you're not someone who's super active, go slow. If you are a fit person, challenge yourself. Try to do hills. You could wear ankle weights. Push yourself in different ways. Go at a faster clip. 8 to 10,000 steps per day. If you want to track, we know lowers all-cause mortality. So, okay, throw in there that you will decrease your risk of dying from all things if you guys move. So really, there's no reason or excuse not to do this unless you broke your foot or something. You might have to take a little pause. But if you are capable, try it. Get into a regular pattern and see how much better you feel in every way. Your vitamin D, your circadian rhythm, your mood cognition, your lymph and digestion, everything is going to improve. The thing that I used to think is if I had 20 or 30 minutes, let me cram in that HIIT workout, right? Where it's high intensity interval training. Where I do like that, but you have to be in tune with your physiology. If you're super stressed, your cortisol is already high. Do you think a 30-minute walk in nature or a high-intensity program is going to help that cortisol? Like, let's get back to common sense. So if we go out and allow ourselves to be loved and supported by the trees and the sunlight, and we talk to our body and we give it some movement that's healthy, we're going to see improved cortisol levels. Whereas very often I'll see in my patients, and even in prior versions of myself, we got to get that HIIT in. We've got to, or we're going to gain weight. Everybody can do it. I've got to build the muscle. This is what needs to be done. Well, you can get a good, healthy strength training program in, but make sure that it's when you feel good, more rested, less stressed. Optimize the timing of things based on where you are. That's the idea of being sovereign. That's the idea of being connected to your body and not just listening to the chatter of what everybody else is saying. So I would say that, again, you could, for those of us that find it hard to get the walk in, maybe you have your workout with your trainer, you're building muscle, feeling great there, awesome. To add those steps, why don't you try to have, many of us are having phone meetings or joining on bigger calls that are Zoom or Google Meet, and we can be off camera. Do them while you're moving. People will appreciate it. I know some therapists who have therapy sessions with their patients walking. How brilliant is that? That's something my sister has done. So if you can find somebody open enough to understand that you're probably going to get more ideas, more breakthroughs, more benefits if you're doing your interaction, your meeting, your therapy in the sunlight while moving, then that's a good partnership. So remember, the bottom line from this message is sometimes the best thing is not pushing harder. It's the simplest exercise that our bodies were made to do, which is upright, cross movements, getting all of our muscles involved, getting our lymph involved, getting our mood, cognition, getting our nature exposure, getting our sunlight exposure. That is the best medicine.